that, you should tell your kid, Papi, I understand you like this. I understand you like painting your nails. I understand you like pink. I understand that you like those things. But you know why you like those things? Because you're a boy who likes girls. I realized I was trans at 6 years old.
When I was around like 5 years old, I had always been playing with dolls. I wore like pink all the time. The thing is, I kind of thought of myself as a girl.
Here's what I just told you. Because I related more with girls, I saw myself as one. This is why XA tells you that the trigger of thinking that a kid's born in the wrong body is the relatable feelings they have when they interact with feminine things. So I like pink, I like dresses, I like painting nails, I like everything that a girl likes. I must be one. What other solution is possible? I mean, I look at boys, boys don't like that. Boys like playing soccer, wrestling, all those things. I might like those things, but I don't like them as much as I like doing the girl things. Therefore, I must be a girl. My dad doesn't like that. My mom likes that. My sister likes that, and I like what my mom and sister likes. Therefore, because I have more things in common with the girls, I must be one. This is similar to a person thinking that because they like Asian food, they practice kung fu, they like samurais, they like anime, their hair is straight, and when they laugh, they jinx their eyes. I gotta be Asian. Mexicans like tacos, but I prefer orange chicken. Mexicans like beans, but I prefer white rice. I think I'm Asian. Instead of realizing that I just have appreciation for their culture, for what they represent, for the cool things that they have about themselves, right? But because a kid doesn't have that reasoning just yet, they confuse who they are with what they relate more with. Confuse what they are with what they like. But the kid doesn't separate the two. So when the mom or dad try to set their kids straight and take away what they like, let's say this is a tank top and a black skirt. The father comes and give me that stuff. You shouldn't wear that. Be a man. He's not understanding that the kid is not really wanting to be a girl, but he likes the sensation she gets through the clothing, through the object, through the behavior, as their heterosexual biology is responding and reacting properly, accordingly to his reproductive instinct through an object, because essentially the boy likes a girl. The dress and the tank top does not represent him wanting to be a girl. It represents proximity to femininity, proximity to softness, proximity to a girl. So when you as a father take this away, you're essentially taking their fictitious girlfriend. And if it's a girl, you're taking their fictitious boyfriend. But we adults don't see it like that. We instead see it as like, you shouldn't touch that because you're a boy. But instead of saying that, you should tell your kid, Papi, I understand you like this. I understand you like painting your nails. I understand you like pink. I understand that you like those things. But you know why you like those things? Because you're a boy who likes girls. The clothes make you feel like you have a girl close to you, but you don't have to be one. You gotta be a boy in order to get a girl, in order to get a real girlfriend. And the boy is going to snap out of it. I just gave you the solution how to set your kids straight, back in line, back in track. If your boy understands that he's going through these things and he's transforming into a girl, it's not because he's a girl, it's because he likes having a girl around. This represents having a girl around. This represents having a girlfriend. Painting the nails represents having a girlfriend. But to you, represents being gay or becoming transsexual. So you try to take it away, right? So what you need to do is tell your son, you feel good when you touch that because you want that around you. What is that? That is a girl. You like girls. You are masculine. You are a boy. You just like girls and you want a girlfriend in your life. When you don't have knowledge of what this means, and the boy doesn't understand that this means a girlfriend, and you take it away, it's like you're forbidding him to be who he is. A heterosexual boy liking girls through this clothing, through the behavior, through the movement. You understand? This means girlfriend. This means girlfriend. Playing with those means girlfriend. He likes to act feminine because through that act, through that clothes, through that item, through that nail polish, his heterosexual biology is responding with a mental and physical rewarding sensation in him. We move around, we come back to a behavior whenever it is rewarding. So if it feels good to touch a girl when he's a boy, he'll come back to touch the girl again. It could be the hand, it could be the waist, it could be the hair. When a boy stumbles upon something like this, he misinterprets his attraction and thinks of it as identity. It's not identity, it's attraction. Let's finish the video.
But in my future, I was like, okay, I'm gonna get a husband. I'm gonna like work as a hairdresser. When I drew myself, it was always like with really long hair, with like clothes, and like with a chest. So I like thought like I was like, okay, this is how it's gonna be in the future. So
he thinks of himself as a grown woman, married, because that is what following the path of a woman leads to. Having kids, being married, being developed. This is no different than when a kid following the path of being the most badass man possible, he pictures himself as tall, big, strong, very capable, having girls, rescuing the princess, etc.
it wasn't until people started telling me that I was a boy, that I wasn't actually born a girl, that I was like, wait, am I a boy originally? When I was like 3, my mom told me that my grandma had been like, boy, and I had been like, I'm a girl. What do you mean? It was so clear for me that I was a girl in my head when I was born a boy.
It's so clear for him that he was a girl because he's mistaking identity with attraction.
It's not really an easy process. It's not a choice, and I've always felt this way, so.
By him saying it's not a choice, that means that it's something innate, something that he was born into, he was born with. But that's not the case. This guy confused what he liked with who he was. He always felt that way because that's as far as he can remember.
Yeah. Bye.
Alright, this is Mario. I'll talk to you later. My book's available. DM me. Talk to you.